What is up, guys? Just trying to set up the laptop here. If you guys have questions, today would be the day to answer them. So what we're going to be doing, I'm working right now. So we've got laser engraving going on. We're creating some rivet tags. We're going to be introducing a new product today. I'm going to be showing you guys that in a little bit. And then we're going to be cutting some DTF. So kind of while I'm working is an opportunity for you guys to maybe ask some questions if you have them based on the title. So we got DTF questions, we've got laser engraving questions, patch questions. If you're, apparel questions, maybe you're starting your own print business. What do you want to know? What type of equipment, for printing is good. So while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and cut these. So first off, I'm going to introduce this real quick because somebody asked this in my video. Where do I get one of these? So we use this for cutting our DTF transfers. So a lot of times when you get a roll of DTF, it comes in a roll like this, 24 inches, right? So this machine here, this is a Rototrim, R-O-T-A-T-R-I-M, Rototrim. This is a Rototrim Pro M30, and this is more than enough to do 24-inch rolls. And the cuts are insane. They're super precision. So again, if you're a fan of the channel, if you're a subscriber, say what's up. If you got your own business, introduce your business. So I'm watching between here and then the computer screen. So when we do cut these, so this is the thing. When you order DTF transfers from Esentl, this is how they come, right? So we're the ones that gang sheet the transfers, and they're perfectly aligned all the way down. If you were to have to cut these with scissors, you'd go crazy, cutting 100 or even 1,000 of these at a time. So what we're doing is just using this Rototrim to slice them and whatnot. But definitely, if you're in the DTF game, it's definitely a machine that I highly recommend you get because its precision is just off the hook. So right there, I've got one slice all the way down. And then from there, I can slice them all individually. I can layer these. I can get almost 5 to 6 layers of DTF and rip right through them, which makes it nice when you're doing a bunch of them. And the reason why we're doing that is because we are introducing, a lot of you guys on the channel are starting to get into hat patches. So you guys are already familiar with my hat mat. Let me grab that. So what is the hat mat? It's a silicone protection kit. So this is the hat mat. This goes over the top of your bill, and then we got the bill protector. This goes on the top of the, or this goes on the bill, then the other piece goes on the crown. So you get 100% protection for your hats. You don't scorch them, whatnot. I know a lot of you guys are probably at work. You might watch this later. What we got here is the new transparent hat mat. So we just got done making these in the shop. What's great about these is the fact that now when you're doing your patches on your hats or transfers, such as the DTF transfers we got here for your hats, which is why I'm trimming these, because you're going to get one Supreme Color hot peel transfer in each bag to put on a hat. But the great thing is now you can see the patch through the material, which is really cool. It just adds that second element of knowing that your patch didn't shift, it didn't move, it's just right, because you can see it directly through the clear silicone. Same thing with any transfer you might be doing that's behind, you can see it through the clear silicone. So if you already have a hat mat, you might want to jump on this one as well. So those are live on the website now, EssentlPrintSupply.com. So you guys can go grab those. I am the originator of that product, so I take a lot of pride in it. So if you guys got questions about DTF, feel free to ask in the comments. I'm not sure if you guys are even commenting. I can't see. We will be at Impressions Long Beach in January again. So we just finished Printing United Las Vegas recently, and once again, it's not really a subject that we've talked too much about, the DTF, but I will tell you this, we had the best DTF transfer that was there out of all the companies that were there. And I'm not just saying that, because what we were doing was giving away really large transfers. I think we were doing like 8x10 and then even some 12x12 transfers. We were even putting transfers on t-shirts there at the show, and then those that signed up on the website, they got a free shirt, they got a transfer on it, and then they got 25 bucks added to their account, and then on top of that they got to spin the wheel. We had a little wheel, you know, on the table, whatever you landed on, which was additional money up to $100, we were also giving that to you to add to your account. So basically people were winning free money just for coming by the booth and registering at the website, which is pretty cool. So again, as always, that's what we do at the booth when it comes to a trade show that we do. Nobody else was doing it. Nobody. All the major companies you could think about doing DTF right now, we're talking the major corporate companies, the most popular ones in the game, they weren't doing that. They were handing you little tiny sample packs, and that's about it. They were giving away shirts, yes, but they weren't giving away free money. So it's basically a risk-free way to be able to try what we got risk-free, but it helps develop trust in a product, which is pretty cool. So again, we'll be doing that. But it was cool, once again, to have the people coming back to us after going through the show. They were literally feeling everybody's trend, you know, DTF-wise. They were feeling you know, Super Color, they were feeling Ninja, they were feeling Stahls, they were feeling what other companies were there? M&R had some stuff that they were doing too, but they were just feeling everything, and they were literally coming back saying, hey, we actually really like your product the best. It felt the thinnest, it felt the softest. In some cases you could barely feel it, where a lot of the other ones just felt like plastic and really crinkly. But that's what we wanted. We wanted people to take the transfers, put them on a shirt, that way you can go around the show, start feeling everybody else's, make your own conclusion. That's the bottom line. But we appreciated when people came back to us just to give us that feedback. It was pretty cool. So still small, nobody really knows, you know, too much about what we do, but we do get down when it comes to DTF, and what a lot of people don't know is that we have the most DTF to choose from. So we've got glitter DTF, we've got holographic DTF, we've got neon DTF, then we have our Supreme Color Pro 10-second DTF as well. The neon is 10-second. Just a lot of cool products. You know, when it comes to DTF, a lot of people just think there's only one type. You know, they order regular, just standard DTF. So new stuff coming will be color changing DTF, reflective DTF. Now reflective will be cool because it's very new to the industry, the reflective material. That's great for companies that are requiring very detailed logos with reflective. I've been in this scenario before where I had extremely detailed reflective logos that needed to go on certain garments, and I couldn't do it with vinyl. And even screen print, you know, can't really get reflective that well. Your logos really have to be tailored around vinyl. You know, vinyl can't get super thin details. But now introduce reflective DTF, and it kind of changes the game in regards to that material. So, you know, stay tuned to the website, you know, essentialprintsupply.com. Currently we have about 4 DTF, 4 or 5, something like that, DTF transfers. So the holographic foil, the glitter DTF, and then we have the Supreme Color, the neon, and I believe that's it. We had gold and we had chrome foil DTF, but we took those off because not enough people order it, so I'm just not going to deal with it, with that material. A lot of people order the Supreme Color Pro, the 10-second hot peel. That's what we're doing here. So we're putting this transfer, the detail, this is the Supreme Pro hot peel. We're putting these in the packages with the new transparent hat mat. So people are going to get one of those to be able to put on their stuff. So wish I knew who was on. Let's see if I can click this. Nope. So anybody watching currently, what do you guys do? Are you print shops? Did you just happen to see the live and you're just checking in? I'm curious, like, who's literally watching? You know, what do you do and what type of company do you have? You know, give a shout out. If it's your first time here, my name is James. This is kind of what we do. I don't go live too often, but sometimes when I'm just sitting here in the shop doing stuff, this is what I do. Now, for those of you that don't know who I am, what I do is teach a lot about the print industry and the different elements of things you can do within the industry. We do equipment reviews, from DTF to heat presses to laser equipment. We'll be focusing a lot more on laser equipment for 2025. So if you're into laser engraving, you'll want to subscribe to the channel because we'll be doing a lot of different things. What type of laser do I currently run? Is a Boss LS 3655, so a big boy, 155 watt. And we do a lot of patches, we do a lot of engraving with it. We'll be getting into more stuff with the machine, but we're kind of within a niche market. What we're going to be doing, what we're going to be doing is focusing on hat patches. So we've got some new products that are coming out end of November. We've got a brand new leatherette material coming out. Let me show you the swatch books. So those of you that have been paying attention to the channel recently, we know that there's a need for this material when it comes to hat patches. There's a lot of cool custom stuff you can do when it comes to designing cool patches on your hats. If you've ever thought of doing patches, 2025 and even now would be a great time to start doing it. You can invest in a small laser like an X tool or an OM Tech, or just, I'd probably say get something that's enclosed. That would be a better option for you rather than something that's open air. I wouldn't recommend anything like that. You could, but there's a lot more involved when it comes to that setup. I personally want something where I can close the lid and call it a day. But these are all the swatch books of the Leatherette material that we have. One. Here's some more. This is our textured football material there. And this is the Big Daddy. It's another big boy. So all of these are custom Leatherettes that you'll be able to get. I mean, we've got wood looking ones. That's actual wood veneer on that Leatherette material. Let me show you this. This is pretty cool. So that's a real wood on Leatherette. This is another real wood on Leatherette, like a beech wood almost. We've got golf textures coming. We've got carbon fiber colors coming. So here's our carbon fiber stuff. We've got different colors in carbon fiber. Leatherette coming for hat patches. We also have some rubber style material. So those of you guys that are into Brick 600, okay, Brick 600 is a very popular material. But what if I told you that we can now supply, or we will be supplying, a rubber-like material that engraves red or it engraves white? That's a rubber style material. A lot of cool textures that we're going to be getting on the website. There's a bunch of them that are already up on pre-sale. Again, EssentlPrintSupply.com, that you can pre-order. Now, on the pre-order, they should be in around end of November. So the ship leaves the dock at late October, around October 28th or so, and it'll take about 20 days or so to get here. There's our denim. So we have our denim series coming. That's the gold, and then we have there's the carbon fiber. So we got a carbon fiber coming that's going to be engraving black, which is pretty cool. And there's the ice blue denim color there. So a lot of cool, unique colors that we're going to be doing in styles of patches that are just literally going to change the game of the type of money you guys can make in 2025. If you're not doing hats now, there's a lot more profit in doing hats than there are shirts. Case in point, if you're doing a shirt, let's just say at wholesale, the shirt's going to cost you, let's just say $5, okay? If you're purchasing a DTF transfer, let's just say if you're buying it from our website, that DTF transfer costs you anywhere from $6 to $7, just depending on the size. So already you're at about $11 to $12, shirt and transfer, and then your labor involved. I usually, when it comes to labor, I charge about $5 per press. Okay, if I'm getting a lot of shirts, I might put $5 for the main press, and I might do 3 to 4 on the second press, depending on how many. If I've got to do more than 2 presses, at that point I'm screen printing, okay, or I'm letting another company that I utilize subcontract the work, because my time is worth money. I can be doing other things while they're doing that. When you think about DTF transfers, you have to think about it this way. In most cases, you got to hit a DTF transfer twice. Your main press, then your post press. So your main press, heat press pops up, you peel it, and then you have what we call the post press, the final press. That puts it into the garment, puts it into the fabric, and just does the final curing. So that's 2 presses, right? If you got 300 shirts, guess what? That's 600 presses. You got a front and a back, guess what? That's 1,200 presses. Hey, you got a sleeve or a neck label, guess what? You just added another 600 presses. So again, what is your time worth, and how much are you making off of that to say, I'm cool with making this much money with not having to do anything. I'll let this other company handle it. Which, that's something we can also do, but that's how you have to think of things. So in the end, let's just say if you're only hitting 1 transfer on a shirt, like you said, we're at 12, then you got your labor, $5, you're at $18 to make the shirt, okay? The shirt market is too competitive. You're lucky if you can make 20 bucks off the shirt, right? If you guys are shirt decorators, chime in, because I'd love to hear your feedback on it. But you're lucky if you're going to make 20 bucks off a shirt. I've tried it. It's very competitive. It's very hard. Okay, unless you're putting a extremely crazy shirt that everyone just has to have it, which is very rare and very few. Good for you. But that's the average. Now, switch over to hats. If I buy a Yupong hat, say this gray white hat here, I'm spending about $4 something for this hat. Now I buy a full-on sheet of Leatherette. I don't have one by me, but let's just say, hold on. All right, so we just did a full sheet of Leatherette a few days ago. So we put our custom adhesive on the back. This is our Grit Tech adhesive. 35 patches, okay? 35 patches is what we got from one sheet. Now you think on average you can charge about $3 something to $4 something a patch just to make the patch with the adhesive, the materials, the custom setup on your software. So you've got 35 patches times that amount that you're getting off one sheet. You're buying your hats at about $4 something a hat. So let's just say, okay, you got this sheet here on our website. This sheet would run you about, let's just say 13 bucks. Okay, $13 divided by 35 patches. Let me quickly do some math here. So 13 divided by 35 patches. Is that right? 0.37? Yeah. So about 37 cents to create the patch. Okay? 37 cents. So add 37 cents. Let's just call it $5. Okay, to make this hat. How much are you selling the hat for? How much could you sell this hat for? This is one of our new Leatherettes that's coming. This is our vintage walnut. How much could you sell a patch like that for on a hat? Even if you were selling this to a client and they wanted, say, 12 to 20 hats, what you can charge anywhere from 20 to 25 bucks on a hat like this. And let's just say this hat's going to take you about 1 minute to make. 1 minute of your time. Even let's just say you're charging $5 to make the hat. Okay, so you're into the hat total for $5 with the patch and the hat, and then you've got $5 labor to press it. You're at 10. Now, how much profit? That's what I'm saying. So between 22 to 25 bucks is your profit on custom hats. What's up, man? Thanks for chiming in on that. I appreciate it. So that's what I'm saying. What happens here now with shirts, you got no wiggle room to play. You can't really give them a deal. If you give them a deal, you're sacrificing on your labor. And most people become cheap when it comes to that stuff. And it's crazy. So exactly, your cost 22 to 25. When they get it, they can now take this hat and they can sell it for anywhere from, on average 25 to 45 bucks. Look at Malin hats. Look at what they're charging. Almost 80, 85 bucks for one of their hats with a little tiny tag right here. And that's about it. That's all they do. Those waterproof Malin hats with the perforated style. Let me grab one. So Malin does hats. This is the popular trend right now. These perforated laser style holes. That's the trend right now with these hats, and even in the 7-panel styles. But Malin takes a logo, they put it here. They charge 85 bucks. Something to think about. But what I'm saying, you got more wiggle room. So if you're charging 22 to 25, you're saying, well, how much are you going to charge me if I do 100 hats? You've got $12 to play with and that's after your labor. So after your labor, you know what you're all in at 10 bucks to make the hat, or less, depending on what you're paying on the hats. Which pretty soon we're going to be going overseas and bringing in a lot of hats like these with the perforated style. So we know what's trending, but we're going to be doing some cool 5-panel hats. We're going to be bringing in Blake hats for you guys. because we know that you want these styles. So again, you're into the hat for 10 bucks, and you, as far as your profit, you can go ahead and make anywhere from, you know, you can go, you know, from 16 up to 22 bucks is what you can charge on hats, depending on how many they're throwing at you, and you still don't lose money. Okay, you still make your 5, and then everything after that is just profit. So get into the hat game, guys. Follow this channel to get into the hat game, because what we're going to be doing, because I like making hats, we're going to be introducing some of the best products on the market for patch making. We are going to have one of the thickest leatherettes on the market at 1.80 millimeter. That's almost similar to, for you patch makers, that's almost similar to a 5 to 6 ounce leather. So Jose Jimenez, what's up, man? What adhesive do you use for your patches? So we have a very exclusive adhesive that we run, and it's called Grip Tech. Okay, it's a very low temperature adhesive. Let me see here. I know it's around here somewhere. So this is our adhesive right here. So we run a low temperature adhesive, waterproof. Okay, it's waterproof and water resistant up to 50 degrees Celsius when washing, and as well it is dry cleaning resistant. So that's what we use for our material, for our patches. 118 says, I like to make at least $10 a hat wholesale. Correct. At least. Minimum. That's about where I like to be too. But think about it. 13 bucks to buy this type of sheet, but way thicker. This material here, this was a different material we had in stock, but it still has our Grip Tech. That's our Grip Tech material right there. So this is a very low temperature adhesive. We will have that, Jose, to answer your question on the adhesive, we will have that at the end of November. So that's coming in. That's a new product that we're bringing in. You can look at it on the website. Our name is Esentl, and then print supply added to that.com. That's where you'll be able to get that material. Where we're set apart on our adhesive for the hats is that we've been able, with our testing and dealing with the manufacturer, to get our adhesive. We use a Hotronix 360 IQ, so we got the upper heat and the lower heat. Most companies out there are pushing 280, 290, sometimes 300 on your upper heat, and then 320 on your lower heat. You know, 280 on your lower heat. That's insane. That is insane. You don't want to be doing any type of leather, or even, let alone leatherette material, especially if you got thin leatherette, at those temperatures. So what we were focusing on was a low temperature material that gives you 220 or I want to say it was like 225 upper heat and 250, 245 lower heat. And we had a beautiful result with that. We're able to keep lower heat off the top, which really helps not destroy the upper layer. And then also at lower temperatures on your upper heat, you're not risking scorching hats. But again, when it comes to scorching hats, that's where our silicone protection kit that goes on the bill and our crown protector here that covers this portion, that's where that comes into play and 100% protects the hat from any type of scorching. All you got to do is double your dwell time and you're good. So that's one thing that we like here. And like I said, during this video, we're packing up the new product that we got here. This is the transparent hat mat. So when you are doing your patches, the transparency, you can still see your patch on the hat. So it helps with placement, especially if you're kind of free placing your patches, or you're just kind of slightly letting that patch heat up a little bit so where it tacks onto the hat. you can hit it that way. So we're going to have a great adhesive. We know who the leather adhesive companies are that are out there that are super popular. We're going to come in just killing it when it comes to pricing in regards to them, because we are a company that wants to help the printers, the decorators that do their own hats. So we want to keep the pricing just a little bit lower on that end. Plus the fact that we are going overseas, we are pretty much getting better pricing, so we're forwarding that to our customers and other companies. And as well, once we get customers that we know have shops, if they want to order pallets, they can at a better rate. So let me see here. Yeah, check it out, Jose. You'll like some of the products on there. I have the same press. I need good adhesive for embroidery patches. You won't go wrong with this adhesive here. This adhesive is designed for textile goods, embroidery, PVC, even metal you can do on. And even if you're putting embroidery on shirts, you can even use it there. But this adhesive is one of the only ones. The other ones that are out there with these leather adhesive companies, they don't have any type of water resistance to them from what I've seen. They're just basic polyurethane based hot melt film adhesive. This is one of the only ones on the market, from what we know, that has the waterproof washing capabilities. Other ones did not have that. So we're kind of proud that we were able to do that. Yeah, when it comes to hats, the 360 IQ Hottronics hat press, yes, it is expensive, but will be your #1 press to buy if you're trying to do hats. I would highly recommend it, because if you're trying to do any type of leather patch, you will have to have that lower heat to be able to accomplish that task. It's just what it is. But here's the thing. So DTF, direct to film transfers. This is where you're really going to be able to change the game with DTF, because when it comes to DTF, you know, putting DTF on Leatherette is absolutely amazing, and one great way to create three-dimensional products. You get that thickness, and especially with ours, you get that really thick Leatherette that's almost like 1/8 of an inch thick. Oh, excuse me. Putting a full color transfer on Leatherette material is fantastic. And it's funny, when I go in the groups and the forums, it literally just blows the mind of people when they see that. They're like, holy moly, what is that? Like, how did you do that? And most people think that it's UV printing, which it's not. Which UV printing, in my experience, because I've had people do it before, sometimes it can give great results, sometimes it won't. It just depends on what type of ink they're using. I've seen it crack a lot. UV printing direct on materials like this, it's so flexible and soft. They'd have to be using a really good flexible UV DTF. And the problem with UV DTF is, once you put it on the material, can you then heat it with upper heat and put it on a hat? Will it affect it at all, or will it give it so much heat that it causes it to crack because it overcures it at that point? But with DTF, you don't have to worry about that. If you guys are interested in seeing how DTF goes on Leatherette material, I have a video that I created showing that process, how we do it here at the shop. We basically take our transfer, we tack it in place using a little cricket. So we use this little thing right here, a little cricket iron, to basically tack it. So we're tack welding it to the Leatherette within a few seconds, and then that's it. That's all we need to do. All right. So we got some rivet tags we're making back here. So let me hit the cut setting real quick. So So we're creating some custom tags for the side of hats to put that have a branded logo, and then that gets riveted on the hat. So it's a great way to brand your hats. It's cost effective and affordable to really get a hat into those pricing points of 35, 45 bucks, because it just has that extra little thing that makes you, you know, stand out amongst other companies. So we talked about it earlier. We've got 4 different types of DTF to choose from, Jose. So we have our 10-second hot peel Supreme Color Pro Transfer, which is what this is here. So when you actually order one of these, our hat mat, you get one of these in the mat so that you can actually try it. Hey, put it on a custom hat. You just made yourself a $15, $20 hat. So with ours, you can peel it cold or hot, but it's a hot peel. Then we have our neon inks that glow in the black lights. So we have neon inks that also are 10-second hot peel. And then we have our glitter film DTF. So it's DTF that has a really fine glittery look to it. So any image that you put that you create with this material has that glittery, really fine glittery reflectiveness to it. It's a really cool product. You can make some serious money creating some custom patches with that material, or just putting it directly on a hat as a transfer. It's fantastic. And then we have our holographic DTF, which that one kind of changes colors like rainbowish holographic mirror type colors in the sunlight or in general and stuff. So we're one of the only companies that offers the most DTF, period. So, you know, specialty DTF, you know, is great, especially when it comes to patches. You really can create some cool options, you know, for your customers making, you know, different style transfers. And my rivets were blowing all over the place. I was like, what the heck's going on? My air pressure was too high. It was at 30 psi. I needed to turn it down to 10. So yeah, so check that out. You should be good. Appreciate you guys stopping by. So yeah, again, when it comes to cutting DTF transfers, I'll show you guys this machine one more time. This is the Roto Trim cutter. Oh, there goes my air compressor. We'll let that run real quick. But that can rip through DTF with no issues. I've got 2 layers of DTF right here, so I just line them up. I'll put one more in there. So now I got 3 layers of DTF right here. All I got to do is put it through the slot. Just like that. I rip through 3 layers of DTF like butter. So it's one great way to get your stuff cut up so that you can either give away transfers or handle your business. I've been able to do about 5 layers of this material and slice right through it. Roto Trim, ROTATRIM. Great product. Check out marketplaces. Sometimes they have these used. Somebody's getting rid of one. Maybe they're using it to cut paper. But they are fantastic for being able to do DTF cuts at home. So what's great about, let's talk about, well, as soon as this air compressor goes off, we'll talk about how to order DTF and the process that we use. If you guys are in California, we will be at Impressions Long Beach in January 2025. Where are you located, Jose? For local pickup, where are you located? Are you in the same area as us? Ontario. Yeah, you can pick up locally. We actually have a spot not too far from you, Moreno Valley and Upland. So we got 3 locations for DTF. If that's the case, you can pick up locally nearby you. For patches, it's just cheaper to mail that stuff for patches. But yeah, you can order your DTF and pick it up locally, which is a benefit to you. That's the cool thing, is there's not a lot of companies that are West Coast where you can order this many transfers. That's one of the reasons why people love us so much, is that we do have the most DTF to choose from, but also the fact that sometimes we're local, or they get their shipping really fast. But we have 2-day shipping anyway, so everything goes out FedEx 2 days. Like I said, if you're local, great. You know, you can just grab them then. But here's the thing: when we started doing this, we wanted to obviously hit the market competing against the big dogs. Okay, this was Ultra Color Max. This was, well, it wasn't Super Color at the time, because Super Color, they didn't have DTF. You know, they didn't have DTF at the time. Now they do. I've seen it. I'm not too impressed with it. One thing I'll say about Super Color though, their color is phenomenal. Their colors are great, but I just don't like the way it feels at all. But at the same time, to have a company like Sanmar come up to us at our booth, because, you know, one of the companies that we're affiliated with, they're premier decorators for Sanmar, come up and tell us that we literally have the best DTF transfer that they have ever felt on garments, is pretty rad. Okay, it's pretty rad. It makes you feel good about what you're doing, you know, in general, and that's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. So yeah, anytime you need transfers, bro, just like I said, just hit us up. Go on the website, register, and then just order, and we can get those sent out. I think I might have taken local pickup off of my site. So in the notes, maybe just hit me up, or let me see what I can do. If you want to contact me, email me or hit me up on Instagram, bro, and then we'll get something going. If you're a custom shop and you need like some patchwork too, hit me up. You know, let me know what you need, material-wise or adhesive-wise. As soon as the adhesive is up for pre-order, I will let you know. That way you can lock it in for huge rolls. So we'll be selling our rolls probably in 50 and 100 yard rolls. We'll have so many on this run, and then we're going to order even more on the next run overseas. So we've got a limited amount coming in on this hit for not only our leatherette, our new leatherette, but our adhesive. But we will be pushing the adhesive really hard, and I'm going to tell you guys now, we will probably have one of the best adhesives on the market. It's just when you're able to see what the competition's doing, you're able to improve in the areas in which they're failing, you know, or where they're lacking. So that's what we decided to do on this run, you know, and that's just how it goes. So when Esentl comes out, we come out swinging. Sometimes, you know, we want to be the best, but we want to, just because of my background in construction, we want to have the best quality, we want to have the best durability, we want to have the best bang for the buck when it comes to that kind of stuff. So it's why we do what we do, you know. But at the same time, we don't want to kill ourselves if we don't have to, you know, doing certain things. So, you know, that's just how it is. So let me check on these real quick. Yeah, so these came out great. So these are little, this is black on black. This is for tailgatehats.com. So when you flip that right there, you put your rivet inside there, and you put that right on the side of your hat with a rivet. So pretty cool stuff. I like it. So that's all I got for you guys for today. Wasn't too many questions, you know, but hey, like I said, I don't do this that often. That's why a lot of people aren't on, because they don't expect me to go live usually and stuff. But if you guys need anything, feel free to hit me up direct. I'm gonna get to making some more of these rivet tags. We got about probably 600 or 700 we got to do today. So thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber to the channel. You won't regret it. We will be getting more into, like I said, laser engraving stuff for 2025, patch making and whatnot. Cool. I appreciate it, Philip. Yeah, when it comes to my people that watch and stuff, I like to get to know who they are, you know, what type of company they are, what do they do. We keep it real here, and we just have great fans. But if you guys are in California, go to Impression's website right now, and they should still have free registration. So if you've never been to Impression's Expo in Long Beach, it's one of the best. It's the one place where you're going to go get the most samples of material, to see what's new out there, to see the latest equipment, DTF wise, print wise, embroidery wise. It's one of the top places, you know, to be able to get some input and information. It's the perfect time. What I used to do is always go get everybody's samples, because for the channel I wanted to review and compare everybody's stuff to see what was good, what wasn't good, how it felt, how it didn't feel. It kind of gave me input for my own company on products that I wanted to use. So anything you see that we're using on my website, trust me, we've tested it. We've tested it, and we have it there because, in our opinion, we feel it is the best. And when I put out products, I don't put out cheap stuff. So know that about me and my company. That's just what we do here. So little background really quick, just so you guys that are new know who I am, what I do. I used to have a major construction company. Intricate Tile and Design is what we did. We did a lot of tile work, custom showers, custom home, worked with a lot of custom builders, you know, from here to Laguna Hills. And I just at some point got tired of the daily rat race, you know, up at 4, up at 5 on the freeways, just, you know, 8 hours of traffic, 6 hours of traffic. It's just crazy, you know, the amount of time you spend in traffic versus working. You know, you come home late at night, it's almost 7 o'clock at night, you barely have dinner. By then you're almost knocked out. You're not spending a whole lot of time with the family and whatnot. So it just felt like a repetitive motion of the same thing every single day. Well, when the pandemic hit, we decided to close the company down and go a different route, because what we learned, even though I was still busy, what we learned was that retail shops went down. Online businesses never did. Everybody was buying online when a big pandemic was in the mix, and they were still making money, and brick and mortars were going under. So we decided at that point, you know what? Because that whole time I was manufacturing sublimation face masks where you can print directly on them whatever you wanted, a funny face or whatever. So it got me thinking, I want to start going back to my roots of, you know, art and design. So I decided to open up a print shop and said, I want to work from home, out of my shop, out of my garage, whatever. And I just want to keep it very simple and have a balanced lifestyle of balancing spiritual things and being able to have a job that you love doing. This is what I inspire everyone to do if you can. If printing is what you like doing and this type of stuff, chase it, develop it, work it, find the best products and go hard with it, because it can pay off very well. And you'll find yourself, you know, when I can go from my office in my home right to my shop within a minute, that's fantastic. It makes me feel better. It gives me more time to, you know, stay healthier. I'm not eating fast food every single day, you know, like I used to. So it works out, and I can spend time doing other things and spend more time with the family. So we decided with the channel we were going to start educating people on how to do this kind of stuff and work from home and just develop things. And what we know today is that it does not take a whole lot of space to be successful in what you're doing. You can work out of a 10 by 10 room and make plenty of money to be comfortable or to stay balanced. Okay, that's the goal. That's a little bit of who I am and what I do now. We started developing Esentl, and Esentl now turned into an online store to help other businesses. And what our focus is going to be for 2025 is products. So we want to get away from laborious stuff like us doing work, patches and whatnot, and we want to get more into the products that we could sell you to do all the patches and do all that kind of work. So that's our focus for the remainder of this year and going into next year, is developing ways to help you guys make more money and add more profits to your business so that you guys can get out of that rat race and just be comfortable working from a nice shop from home. You know, my goal is just keeping it simple. When we can do that, everybody can prosper. There's plenty of money for everybody to make money, and not just one person making money and showing off to the world what they're doing and how much money they're making. Everybody should be able to enjoy that. So that's what we do here, and that's how we motivate people in the industry to be better than they can be. And we have our Facebook group too. I will, at the end of the slide, put that in the description, but it's Esentl Print Supply. I think it's facebook.com/Esentl. So get in our Facebook group, because that is our patch group. So that's where it's a little bit of everything. So you guys can spit out ideas or see the latest products that we're releasing, up-to-date information when it comes to products. But we just want eventually that to be like a community where we're showing off a lot of what we do, a lot of what you do, and just kind of spinning ideas off each other or creating things based off things we may need. Being that I now have a source in China, there's nothing I can't get. So like I said, when we're going to be getting the custom hats that everybody wants, we're going to be dropping them at a price that's going to be really affordable for people to be able to get them. That's just what we want to do. There's no point in going overseas. Most people that try to go overseas, they want to do one of two things. They're either trying to spread the love because of the lower prices they're getting, or they're trying to make more money and charge you more money. They're paying less, but they want to charge you more so that they make money. They want to make more than what they're going to hand out to you. So we try to keep the balance here of being competitive and making sure you guys have a good price, you know, but creating it to where everybody makes money. So, all right, guys, I'm out. Let me see here. Yep. Enough sun for everyone. Exactly, bro. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace out.